Looks like He-Man is dead in the water. Say it ain't so, Netflix! Also, look who's back from a 3-month break. That's right, it's Play-Doh! How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm here with Play-Doh, who's actually been on a 3-month break. What in the world have you been doing this whole time, Play-Doh? Wow. I see. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit later. He's actually been working on some editing for a big video that I've been working on. That's actually why we haven't been active on YouTube for quite a bit. But now we're back and we're ready to get back to work. And we're going to be talking about a story that you all may have been familiar with in the past. But now it looks like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie at Netflix is dead in the water. Masters of the Universe movie dead at Netflix after at least $30 million in development. Mattel shopping for new buyer exclusive. Yes, it looks like after about, over a decade, Netflix is finally giving up on He-Man and Masters of the Universe. A live-action movie based on He-Man and a slew of other popular Mattel toys is officially dead at Netflix, according to multiple Variety sources. Insiders said that close to $30 million has already been spent on development costs, and the cash that's been shelled out to hold on to talent like previously announced lead Kyle Allen and the film's heat-seeking directing duo Adam and Aaron Nee, The Lost City. Other knowledgeable sources estimate all-in costs for development at twice that figure. That's a lot of money to spend. $30 million. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money, what other kind of TV shows you could make. But this thing has been in development for quite a long time. They said since 2007. A few years from now, that's going to be like 20 years. How hard is it to get a He-Man film out? We've had Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, and other just monster tentpole films from these franchises, but they can't get one He-Man film out the door. I wonder if it has something to do with Kevin Smith, because those 2 seasons of that show were a bait and switch, and it was awful. A spokesperson from Mattel confirmed that Masters of the Universe is no longer at Netflix, but did not provide any further comment. A Netflix spokesperson had no comment either. Set on planet Eternia, Masters of the Universe largely focuses on the conflict between He-Man, a blonde muscle god, and his devious nemesis Skeletor. The characters formed a much-loved 1980s animated series which developed a cross-generational fan base during its syndicated runs. For the latest film iteration, the budget came in at over $200 million, with cameras set to roll this February, but yep, looks like it's not happening anymore. Sources said. Last spring, however, Netflix was confronted with a stunning stock drop that saw the powerful streamer shed $50 billion in value after investors became concerned about the company's subscriber losses. In the aftermath of the sell-off, Netflix film head Scott Stuber and chief content officers Bela Bajaria tried to reassure the industry that they still had money to spend amid their Wall Street woes. Yeah, looks like they don't, but they already put, $30 million into production, and they can just stop it like that? They can just cut it off and say, yeah, sorry, we're not making it anymore, time to give up. If you're trying to develop the movie since 2007, yeah, I don't know. I'd say probably after about 5-6 years, it's probably a good idea to move on, especially since audiences were blown away by the other Netflix series for He-Man that didn't even star He-Man. The Nee brothers, who came in writing as directors of Sandra Bullock's rom-com hit The Lost City with Channing Tatum as well, worked with producers including Todd Black and Mattel's Robbie Brenner to get the budget down. Even as significant pre-production around the film still took place. Producers brought back proposed $180 million budget to the table, and Netflix still balked, never handing the movie an official green light, so that's something of note. One source with knowledge of the budget talks said the final figure included costs spent on development. Netflix and filmmakers even considered shooting Masters of the Universe and a proposed sequel simultaneously to amortize the expense, they added. Multiple parties said streamer is enamored with the filmmaker siblings, but could not reach a middle ground, and yeah. So, looks like He-Man's dead. All those Masters of the Universe fans, I hate to break it to you, but Netflix, I think, is giving up, especially since those writers' strikes are going on, and Hollywood is, for all intents and purposes, shut down. I don't know, man. It's as big as Marvel and DC, Kreese told The New Yorker. It's hundreds of pages of characters and sorcerers and vehicles and weaponry, you name it, and then you flip through the pages, and here's a movie, and here's a movie, and here's a TV show. It's endless. Meanwhile, the dual SAG-AFTRA, the WGA strikes have disrupted all of Hollywood and complicated the involvement of an actor like Allen. While he remains attached to play He-Man on paper, production schedules across town have been spun into chaos and may look very different by the time the strikes end. He could well move on to other projects. This is especially true to the Nee brothers, who insiders said have a deal at Universal to develop a new hybrid live-action animation film. I don't think so. Everybody's been waiting for a live-action He-Man and the Masters of the Universe film, but I mean, are fans really going to come back for this kind of film after seeing what they did to He-Man on Netflix? I don't have faith in Netflix. I mean, look at the streaming services and what they're doing to our beloved franchises lately. But that's just me, right? Definitely not anybody else's opinion. I mean, if you do want somebody else's opinion, just take a look at the only comment on the entire page. It says, Kevin Smith already ruined the franchise, and there you have it. Like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more like this, consider subscribing. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm also uploading my videos there as well. I hope to see you all again next time. Have a nice day.